Welcome to Jones County High School, where we're set for Game 8 of the State Bank Holiday Classic. Dublin versus the Salem Seminoles, Dublin Fighting Irish. Led by Coach Paul Williams. Come out of Region 3 AA. Terry Salter in the center circle. Set to tip this one off. Ahmad Mitchell comes down with it for the Noles. And over and back call against the Seminoles. Tate Hinkins to bring it in for the Fighting Irish. He gets it into Payne, Ja'Cory Payne. Back to Hinkins. Berger over to the wing, back to Payne. Down in the paint, that's Floyd. Floyd turnaround blocked by Marcus McCoy. Jump ball. It'll stay on that end of the court. Ahmad Mitchell ties up. Floyd. Hinkins inbounds to Berger. Almost turned over there. Payne with it at the free throw line. Looking in the paint. Shot up, no good. Rebound Floyd. Blocked by Terry Salter. Rebound comes down to Phillips. Seminoles come out with a Dedrick Turner with the ball. Turner pushing. Pulls it back out, now sets his offense. He's covered by Quentin Berger. Dedrick falls. And Coach Harrell calls a 30-second timeout. We're 45 seconds into the first period. No score between the Dublin Fighting Irish and the Seminoles from Salem. Ahmad Mitchell to inbound for the Noles. On the court for the Noles, Mitchell, Turner, Guerra, McCoy, and Salter. Inbound to Turner. Turner into the paint. Gets a shot blocked from behind by Berger. Dublin pushing. Out of the wing. Baseline shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Floyd. Floyd goes back up, blocked by McCoy. Rebound by Phillips. Kicks it out. Three no good by Payne. Ahmad Mitchell comes down with it. Still no score. That's Guerra for three on the wing. Good. Jamal Guerra for three. Cracks the scoreboard. 3-0 the Seminoles. Berger with the ball for Dublin. Covered by Guerra. Now over to Payne. Back to Berger. Down in the corner. Down low, that's Phillips. Phillips back out to Berger for three. No good. Rebound. Dedrick Turner. Turner brings it across half court, gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell goes into the paint. Floater, no good. Rebound comes down to Phillips. Phillips gets it to Payne. Payne brings it across. 3-2 zone by the Seminoles. That's Hinkins. Now back to Berger. Ja'Cory Payne now down to Floyd in the corner. Quick shot by Ja'Cory Payne, no good. Rebound. Phillips, who put back is no good as he's fouled. Fouls on Jamal Guerra, his first, team first. That'll send Terrell Phillips to the line for two. 5:43 left in the first period. 3-0, Seminoles up. Phillips, first shot is up and good. Phillips, second shot is up and rolls out. McCoy brings down the rebound. Full court pressure now by Dublin. Seminoles break it. Baseline, Terry Salter. Salter up, under, and good. Terry Salter with a pair. Dublin back down the court in a hurry. That's Payne on the far wing. Back to Berger. That's Hinkins. Far side Berger. Baseline, looking to get it in. Knocked away. Last touch by the Seminoles. It'll be Dublin ball, far sideline. Hinkins to inbound. Gets it into Floyd. Back to Hinkins. Near side, Payne. Hinkins. Now back to Payne. Again, the Salem Seminoles in a 3-2 zone. Payne into the paint. Floater. No good. Rebound comes down to Phillips. Phillips goes up for a shot. He's fouled by Terry Salter. Terrell Phillips will go to the line for a 2 again. It's Terry's first foul, team second. Phillips' first shot is up and good. .447 left in the first period. 5-2, Seminoles up. 5-3 now. McCoy inbounds to Guerra. To Ahmad Mitchell breaking the press. Now they have the numbers 3-on-2. Turner in the paint. Shot. Foul. Good. Dedrick Turner's first trip to the bucket tonight. And he'll go to the line for an extra. 4:40 left in the first period. Turner's shot rolls in. Dublin almost turns over the ball, run on the far sideline. Payne gets it over to Hinkins. Hinkins drives back to Berger. Berger to Payne. Payne looking for room in the paint, loses the handle. Phillips comes up with it to Berger. Is called for a travel. It'll be Seminole ball on the near sideline right in front of their bench. 8-3 the score. 4.5 left in the first period. Guerra double teamed in the backcourt. Now gets it to Ahmad Mitchell. Mitchell works into the paint. Looking for Salter, has it knocked away. Berger comes up with it. He goes the length of the floor. Layup, no good. Putback, no good. Phillips with the rebound. Shot, no good. McCoy pulls it down and gets it out to Dedrick Turner. Turner pushing. On Payne, layup good. Dedrick Turner, 5 on the night for Dedrick. Berger. Back out to Hinkins. Payne's 3, no good. Berger back to Payne. Terrell Phillips in the corner as Coach Williams calls a timeout. That's the first timeout for Dublin. 3.5 left with a 30-second timeout for Coach Paul Williams. 10-3 the score. The Seminoles up. We're getting back to action now. 7-point lead now for the Seminoles. 10-3 the score. The Fighting Irish will have the ball in the far corner. Brown gets it in. That's Phillips. That's a long 3 by Berger. No good. Rebound, McCoy. McCoy gets it out to Turner. Turner coming up the near sideline. Turner into the paint. Shot. And he's fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2. Fouls on Phillips, his first. Dedrick Turner to the line for 2. It's good. Stacey Clark and Samuel Austin in for the Seminoles. Turner getting set for a second of 2. It's up and good. 12-3 the score now. That's Berger. Over to Ja'Cory Payne. Marcus Brown with it now at half court. Over to Berger on the near wing. 3-2 zone for the Seminoles once again. That's Brown, far side. Into the paint. Back out to Berger. Berger looking to make some room. Gets it out to Payne in the corner. Payne pulls it out, sets up. Into the paint. Back out to Brown for 3. No good on that. Berger comes down with the rebound. Salem falls back into their 3-2 zone. Payne pulls it back out. Gets it to Berger on the wing for 3. Good. 12-6 now the score. Seminoles up. Stacey Clark with the ball. Back to Dedrick Turner. Stacey Clark with the ball. Jamal Guerra in the corner. Ball stripped away. Get out to Berger. Berger covered by Clark, looking for help. Dumps it down. Floyd's not there to pick it up. Guerra comes away with it. Jamal gets it to Stacey Clark. Dedrick Turner for 3 on the near side. Knocked out of bounds. Seminole ball. Ball comes into Jamal Guerra for 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Brown. Brown pushing the action. Looks to the back. That's Hinkins. Pump fake by Payne. Floater as he goes into the paint. Good. Ja'Cory Payne with 2 on the night. Brings it to a 4-point difference. Cross court, Dedrick Turner. Austin Samuel goes baseline. He's called for the travel. 1:16 left in the first quarter. Seminoles up 12-8. Pass picked off by Austin Samuel. Jamal Guerra to the hole. No good. Austin Samuel, put back, no good. Dedrick Turner, put back, and he's fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2 more. Marcus Brown called for the foul, his first. Team third. Dedrick's first is good. Four of his 8 tonight coming from the stripe. Turner second. No good. Rebound comes down to Hinkins. Hinkins brings it up for the Fighting Irish. Down in the corner now. Into the paint. Back out to Payne. Hinkins for 3. Top of the key. Rattles out. Rebound. Comes down to Floyd to get it to Hinkins. Now Payne for a long 3. That one goes in. Dedrick Turner gets it to Jamal Guerra, who goes baseline. Back out to Turner. Turner into the paint. Draws a block. Fouls on Brown, his second. Turner set to inbound. Joined on the floor by Mike Johnson, Stacey Clark, Austin Samuel, and Jamal Guerra. Deep inbound pass to Stacy Clark. Stacy covered by Berger. Gets it across half court now to Dedrick Turner on the wing. Dedrick gets a screen from Austin. Down to Austin Samuel in the corner. Back to Dedrick. 16 seconds left in the first period. Dedrick into the paint, kicks it out to Austin Samuel. Samuel called for the travel once again. 9.6 seconds left in the first period. It's 13-11. Seminoles are up over the Fighting Irish from Dublin. That's Payne. Back to Berger. And he throws the ball away into the Salem bench. Dedrick Turner set to inbound there. 2.5 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Guerrer, shot is up and no good. So that's how the first period ends, 13-11. We'll be back with the second period in just a moment on GHSA.TV network. This can wait. This isn't as important as that. That's the most important thing. Okay?
Next time I see a guy back coming right here for a shot, they're running 2 3 zone. Look what you're doing. You got to get the floor. What it's going to do is it's going to stretch that zone down. Then when you swing it, you got a shot. So you want to do your own thing now.
Seminoles will have the ball coming into the second period. They're up by 2, 13-11 over Dublin. Dedrick Turner brings it across half court. Gets it out to Guerrer. Guerrer to Clark. Clark gets it down to Guerrer in the corner. And Jamal Guerrer steps out of bounds. It'll be Dublin ball. Mitchell and Damian Gordon come in for the Seminoles. 11-13 the score. Down in the corner goes the ball. Jamal Guerrer picks that pass off intended for Ja'Cory Payne. Guerrer off glass, and he's fouled by Payne. He'll go to the line for one more. That's Payne's first foul, team 5th. Guerrer to the line. Shots up and good. 6 for Jamal. That's Payne on the near wing. For 3. No good. Rebound comes down. No good. Put back is good by Terrell Phillips for 5. Inbound pass stolen by Berger. Off glass goes Hinkins. Rebound comes down to jump ball. It'll be Dublin ball. 7:08 left in the first half. Coach Williams calls a timeout for Dublin. Dublin set to inbound under their own basket. Get it into Phillips. Phillips over to Payne. Payne for 3. Good. 8 for Jacory. And now Salem calls a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout with 6:55 left in this tie ball game. 16 all. Damian Gordon set to inbound for the Noles as we get back to action. 6:55 left in the first half, 16 all the score. Guerra gets it. Now back to Gordon. McCoy, Mitchell. Mitchell, layup blocked. McCoy gets put back. Rolls it in, good. Marcus McCoy puts his first on the night. Puts the Seminoles up by 2. Payne with the ball, covered by Guerra. Now Mitchell. Salem again, 3-2 zone. That's Berger on the far side. Hinkins. Screen coming. Long 3. No good. Rebound. Comes down to Jamal Guerra. Ends up in the hands of Damian Gordon. Gordon brings it up the court. Guarded by Berger. Guerra in the corner. Jamal Guerra on the wing, into the paint, gets it to Ahmad Mitchell. Mitchell out to Damian Gordon, who's going to pull for 3. That rattles out. Rebound. Don't know what the call is. We're waiting to see. Dedrick Turner comes back in, replacing Jamal Guerra as the Seminoles get set for the inbound pass under their own basket. Ahmad Mitchell with the ball. Gets it into Johnson. Johnson, turn around. No good. Blocked by Floyd. Floyd gets the ball as he comes down. Picks up his dribble. Hinkins with the ball. Flash into the paint, looking for Phillips. Phillips gets tied up. Now Hinkins with it. Into the paint once again. Good jump ball called as Damian Gordon strips the ball away from Hinkins. It'll be Dublin ball under their basket this time. 18-16 the score. Seminoles up. Terry Salter back in for the Noles. They get it out to Jacory Payne. Payne backs up, guarded by Ahmad Mitchell. Gets it out to Quentin Berger. Berger back to Payne. That's Hinkins. Into Phillips. Phillips gets it blocked by McCoy. Ahmad Mitchell with the ball. Looking for McCoy, gets knocked away by Floyd. Dedrick Turner to inbound. Check that, they changed it out to Damian Gordon. Dedrick Turner with it at the top of the key, gets it into Marcus McCoy. McCoy to Gordon. Gordon takes a step back, gets it blocked by Floyd. Check that was Phillips. Payne loses the handle. Gets it into Phillips, now to Floyd, out to Hinkins for 3. No good, rebound Ahmad Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to Dedrick Turner. Turner for 3. No good. Rebound. Knocked away by Dublin. Came down with by Berger. Berger brings it up, guarded by Ahmad Mitchell and Damian Gordon. Out of bounds. Last touch, Ahmad Mitchell. It'll be Dublin ball, far sideline. Jamal Guerra comes back in, replacing Damian Gordon. 2-point game now. 4.5 left in the first half. 18-16. The Noles up. Payne with the ball. Hinkins to Payne. Down in the corner, that's Quentin Berger. Looking for Floyd, loses the handle. Dedrick Turner gets it to Jamal Guerra. Back to Turner, who slams it home. Turner with 10 on the night. 4-point lead now as Berger drives the length of the floor, puts a floater up, and it is no good. He got fouled on the play. Ahmad Mitchell called for the foul. That's his first. Team third. Quentin Berger will go to the line for 2. Berger's first is up and rattles home. 4 for him tonight. Berger's second shot is good. Marcus Brown comes in to relieve him. Marcus McCoy set to inbound as Dublin goes into a full court man defense. Gets it into Mitchell in the corner. Mitchell gets trapped there. Looks cross court, ball picked off by Brown. Touched up, out of bounds. Last touch by Dublin. It'll be Seminole ball. Dedrick Turner gets the ball in the corner. Gets it to McCoy. McCoy gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell drives the length of the floor, off glass with the layup, and good. That's Ahmad's first trip to the scoreboard tonight. 4-point lead, 22-18. Long 3 is good for Ja'Cory Payne. He's got 11 on the night. Down to Guerra in the corner. Cross court to Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to Turner. Turner has it knocked away, and he's fouled by Hinkins. Sixth team foul for Dublin. Ahmad Mitchell to inbound. Gets it into Guerra. Guerra covered by Tay Hinkins. Guerra to Turner in the corner. Turner drives baseline, dumps it to McCoy. McCoy called for the travel. Now Payne with it, brings it across half court. 1-point game now, 22-21, Seminoles up. Payne ditches to Hinkins in the corner for 3. No good, rebound, Salter. Salter gets molested by Brown, no foul there. Mitchell with it on the wing. Double personal called away from the ball between McCoy and Phillips. Check that, Floyd. Some action going on off away from the court that the officials are taking some attention to. All right, looks like we're set to get back to action here. Ahmad Mitchell to inbound for the Seminoles. 22-21 the score. Gets it deep in the backcourt to Dedrick Turner. Turner turns and brings it up against Brown. Dedrick at the free throw line. Stops, pops, good. A dozen for Dedrick tonight. 24-21 the score. Phillips down low. Looking out to Brown. Has it knocked away by Jamal Guerra. Jamonte Mobley in the game. For Saquon Floyd. Marcus Brown to inbound. Gets it in to Payne. Over to Hinkins. Hinkins waiting on a screen. Back door That's Phillips. Good. Ahmad Mitchell gets it in. Brings it across half. He has it stolen away by Brown. Brown gets it down to Phillips, who is blocked, and they call the foul on Jamal Guerra. It's Jamal's second, team fifth. That'll send Terrell Phillips to the line for 2. Phillips first is up, rolls it out, 23-24 the score. Seminoles up, 2:32 left in the first half. Phillips' second shot is up. That one rolls out as well, rebound McCoy. McCoy brings it up himself. Dedrick Turner gets it to Guerra. Guerra dribbles into the paint, picks up his dribble, and Hinkins comes away with it. Brown has it blocked by Ahmad Mitchell. Damian Gordon brings it up half court, knocked out of bounds by Hinkins. It'll be Seminole ball at half court. 2 minutes left in the first half. Seminoles up 24-23. Mitchell gets the inbound pass. Loses the handle. Hinkins there knocks it away. Gets it to Dedrick Turner. Down to Mitchell. Now to McCoy on the block. He turns around, goes baseline, and is fouled by Mobley. His first. That'll send McCoy to the line for 2. 18 fouls now for Dublin. McCoy set for his first. It's up and no good. Damian Gordon comes in, replacing Jamal Guerra. McCoy missed his first, 24-23 the score, 1:55 left in the first half. Marcus set for his second. It's up, and that one rolls home. 3 for Marcus tonight. It's Brown for 3. No good. Rebound, Terry Salter. Gets it to Ahmad Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Hinkins. Ball picked off by Brown. Brown goes up. Layup is good. 2 for Brown tonight. Dedrick Turner gets it up to Damian Gordon. Hinkins fouls Dedrick Turner on the ground. Check that was Damian Gordon that he fouled. Officials having a discussion. Damian Gordon should go to the line for 1 and 1. There are 9 team fouls against Dublin. Not sure what the discussion is. He called it on Hinkins. It is a personal foul and a team foul. So he should be at the line to shoot 1 and 1. And that is the outcome. 1:17 left in the first half. Tie ball game, 25 all. First is up, no good. Rebound, Phillips. Said he was fouled by Ahmad Mitchell. It's Ahmad's second. Team 6th. Hinkins gets it in to Marcus Brown. Far side's Payne. That's Brown in the paint, loses the handle. Phillips comes up with it, gets it blocked by Terry Salter. He gets the rebound. And a foul called as the ball falls. Fouls on Terry Salter, his second. Phillips with 9 tonight. 1 minute left in the first half, 27-25. The score, Dublin up over Salem. Phillips' free throw is up. No good. Rebound, Terry Salter. Over the back call on Mobley. That'll send Salter to the line for 2. Salem's in the double bonus. (27-25) the scores. Terry Salter goes to the line for 2. Salter's first is short. Salter getting set for his second. It's up and good. 3 for Terry. 1 point lead now for Dublin. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Long 3 by Payne. Good. 14 for him tonight. Dedrick Turner now with the ball for the Seminoles. Cross-court pass to Damian Gordon. Back to Turner. Turner into the paint. Goes up. Dedrick Turner called for the charge. Berger comes back in, replacing Marcus Brown. Berger on the wing. That's Payne for long 3. That one rims out. Rebound, Dedrick Turner. Turner brings it up with 25 seconds left in the first half. He's covered by Quentin Berger. Terry Salter in the corner, now back to Dedrick. 15 seconds left in the first half. Hinkins. Now down to Marcus McCoy. McCoy on the baseline, loses the handle and double dribble. 6 seconds to go. 4-point lead now for Dublin. They get it into Payne. Payne down to Berger for 3. Rattles it in as the buzzer sounds. Quentin Berger finishes with 8. 33-27 the score at half. Dublin up over the Seminoles. We'll be back in just a moment on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Jones County High School for the State Bank Holiday Classic. Matchup between Fighting Irish from Dublin and the Seminoles from Salem. 33-26 the score. Dublin up over Salem. Your scores from the first half. Payne with 14, Berger with 8, Brown with a pair, and Phillips with 9 for Dublin. I'll get to the Salem scores in just a moment. Mitchell inbounds it to Garrett. Garrett brings it up. Foul away from the play. 14 on White. That's Berger with a hold. Foul away from the play. He was holding Dedrick Turner. Garrett to inbound. Gets it into Turner. Dedrick down to McCoy. Marcus looking for some space. Dribbles, turns, jump, off glass. Good. Marcus McCoy with 5 tonight. That's Berger, near side. Looking for a screen from Phillips. Phillips out to Payne on the wing. Shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Garrett. Terrell Phillips called for a push as Jamal Garrett got the rebound. Garrett brings it in to Dedrick Turner. Now to Ahmad Mitchell. Mitchell covered by Hankins. Mitchell cross to Terry Salter. Too hard for Terry. Payne comes away with it. Down in the corner, that's Berger. Quick shot. Short. Terry Salter with it. Decides to pull up. Gets it across half court. Garrett dumps it down to McCoy. McCoy, no good. Salter with the rebound, off glass. Terry Salter is good. 5 for Terry. Now Hankins with it. 3-2 zone once again for Salem. Back to Hankins. Goes to the other side. Now gets it to Jabari Payne. He's covered by Jamal Garrett. Screen coming from Floyd. Walks away from it. That's a shot by Berger. That one's long, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Squan Floyd. It's Seminole ball. Garrett inbounds to Dedrick Turner. Back to Garrett. Down to Mitchell and on the wing. Mitchell into the paint. Throws it off glass. Garrett comes up with it. Garrett turnaround jumper. Good. Jamal Garrett puts 8 on the board so far. 6 minutes left in the third period. Berger with the ball. Gets it to Hankin. Goes up against Mitchell. Scoop shot. No good. Rebound. Comes down Terry Salter out to Dedrick Turner. Turner with it. Gets it to Garrett. Garrett loses the handle. Ahmad Mitchell there to pick it up. Down to McCoy. McCoy baseline. Shot. Blocked by a couple of Fighting Irish. McCoy goes to the ground hard. He's up. Brown comes in for Dublin. Turner to inbound. Gets it into Garrett. Back to Dedrick Turner. Dedrick into the paint. Floater. Good. 14 for Dedrick tonight. Salem takes the lead again, 34-33. Payne looking for some room on Ahmad Mitchell. Payne dumps it down into the corner, back out to Berger. Berger, free throw line shot. Rattles home. Quentin Berger with 11 tonight. Dedrick Turner anticipating the pressure. Gets it over to Garrett. Down to Mitchell. Mitchell goes baseline. Shots blocked by Phillips. Phillips gets it out to Brown. Brown running with Floyd. No good. Garrett rebound. 3-on-3. Gets it down to McCoy. It'll be Dublin ball as Jamonte Mobley comes in for Saquon Floyd. Marcus McCoy called for a foul, his second. That's the first of the half for the team. Dublin getting set to inbound the ball under their own basket. Get into Berger. Shot is good by Payne. Puts Dublin up by 4. Guerra breaks the press, gets it to Ahmad Mitchell. Mitchell into the paint. Out to Dedrick Turner. Down to Salter. Salter going baseline, spin move, dumps it to McCoy. Looking to see who the foul's on. Foul's on Mobley, his third. That's the team fourth. Terry Salter will go to the line for 2. .421 left in the third period, 38-34. Salters first. Rattles out. Salter's second is good. Terry's got 6 on the night. Payne, covered by Guerra. Now to Berger, far side to Brown. Quick shot by Brown. 3, no good, put back. Falls out. McCoy brings down the rebound. Knocked away by Mobley. Gets it to Payne, Payne to Berger. Berger take a 3 from the top of the key, and it goes in. 20 for him tonight. Puts the Fighting Irish up by 6. Turner, turnover. And Ahmad Mitchell fouls Marcus Brown on the way to the basket. It's Ahmad's third. That'll send Marcus Brown to the line for 2. 6-point lead now for Dublin. Shots up. No good. Baker and Noble come in for the Seminoles. Their first appearance on the night. Marcus Brown, second shot, rolls in. Baker with the ball for the Seminoles. Cross court to Guerra. Gets it down to Ahmad Mitchell on the wing. Mitchell goes baseline, goes up for the shot, and is fouled on the play by Jakari Payne. That'll send Ahmad to the line for 2. 7-point game now, 3:22 left in the third. Ahmad's shot is up and short. Ahmad Mitchell getting set for his second of 2. It's up. That one rattles out as well. Rebound by Phillips. Gets it out to Berger. Down in the corner, that's Payne. Phillips now to Berger. Payne loses the handle, gets it back. That's Phillips in the paint, turn around. Kicks it out to Payne, Payne, pump fake. Takes a step over, shot for 3, no good. Rebound, McCoy. Marcus will bring it up himself. Gets it to Baker. Robert throws it over to Jamal. Guerra covered by Berger. That's Mitchell. And some extracurriculars after the play. Ahmad Mitchell with the foul. See how this shakes out. So Ahmad Mitchell just fouled out. Seven-point lead now for Dublin, 35-42. Damian Gordon will replace Ahmad Mitchell. Payne to go to the line for the 2 for the technical. First is up and good. Eight-point lead now. Make it 9. Dublin will inbound the ball from the far side of the court. Berger with the ball, gets it over to Payne. Payne guarded by Baker. Drives the lane, dumps it down to Phillips. Phillips turn around, no good, rebound McCoy. Damian Gordon with the ball. Gets it up to Guerre. Guerre gets it to McCoy, out to Baker for 3. Ball, rebound comes down to Dublin. Berger comes away with it. That's Payne. Now back to Berger for 3. Short. Damian Gordon knocks it to Jamal Guerre. Guerre goes up. Misses the layup. Put back. No good. Baker with the rebound. Comes out to Payne. Payne blocked by Guerre. Damian Gordon called for the foul. His first. That'll be the team 5th. Brown to bring it in for Dublin. And passes it to no one. 1:50 left in the third. 9-point lead now for Dublin. Dedrick Colonel will inbound it for the Noles. He gets it in to DJ Noble. Damian with the ball. Now, Terrell Phillips called for the foul. That's his third. That's the team 5th. Jamal Guerre will inbound the ball under the basket. Mobley comes back in, replacing Phillips. Guerre gets it into Damian Gordon. Gordon trapped in the corner. And 5 seconds called against Damian Gordon. .90 seconds left in the third. Berger. Now back to Berger. That's Payne for 3. No good. Rebound, Floyd. Has it stripped away by Guerre. Long pass to Marcus McCoy. Overthrown. Berger comes away with it. 1:10 left in the third. Berger gets it out to Payne. Payne drives baseline, floater. No good. Rebound, Floyd. And he's fouled on the play. Damian Gordon called for the foul, his second. That'll send Floyd to the line for 2. Still a 9-point game. It's up and good. Mike Johnson into the game for the Noles. Shots up. Rolls in. 2 for Floyd tonight, both from the stripe. Turner with the ball. Guarded by Berger. Gets it over to Guerra. Guerra back to Turner. Turner called for the travel. It'll be Dublin ball right in front of the Salem bench. Berger gets it over to Brown. Brown down in the corner to Floyd. Floyd called for the travel. Gordon with the ball. Cross court to Turner. Back to Gordon. That's Jamal Guerra. Gets it knocked away by Brown. Shot by Berger. And he's fouled by Damian Gordon. Damian's third. That'll send Quentin Berger to the line for 2. 11-point game now. Berger getting set for his first. It's up and good. A dozen for him tonight. Stacey Clark into the game for the Seminoles. Berger getting set for his second of 2. 15.6 seconds left in the third. 12-point game. Dublin up over the Seminoles. Shots up and good. Clark with the ball for the Noles. Back to Dedrick Turner. Brown set to inbound for Dublin. Austin Samuel into the game for Dedrick Turner. 6 seconds left in the third period. Payne with the ball. That's Berger for 3. No good. That's how the third period ends. 48-35, Dublin up over the Seminoles. We'll get set for the fourth period here in just a moment on the GHSA.TV network. And we're set for the last period of the game. 48-35, Dublin up over the Seminoles. Dublin to inbound the ball. Brown gets it into Payne. Back to Brown. It's Berger on the wing. Payne, far wing. Gets it down to Phillips. Phillips, long pass to Brown. Back to Payne. Payne guarded by Stacey Clark. Cross court to Berger. That's Brown. Brown into the lane. Dumps it down. Berger loses the handle. In the corner, that's Brown. Shot. No good. Called a foul on Terrell Phillips. That's his 4th, team 6th. Austin Samuel set to inbound. Cross court to Jamal Guerra. Guerra back to Clark. Back to Guerra. Dublin in a man defense. Jamal Guerra looking for some room. Gets it to Marcus McCoy. McCoy in traffic under the basket. He's fouled. Fouls on Mobley. That's his 4th. McCoy's first is up and good. 6 for Marcus tonight. 8-point lead now for Dublin. Check that 12-point lead. Second is up. Rattles home. McCoy with 7. Salem in a four-court trap once again. Guerra knocks it away. Last touch by Marcus Brown. Salter comes in for Johnson. Austin Samuel to inbound. Gets it to Stacey Clark. Down to Samuel for 3. Good. Austin Samuel, first points of the night. 8-point game now. Berger loses the handle. Stacey Clark knocks it away. Jamal Guerra tries to save it out of bounds. Last touch by Jamal. Berger to inbound for Dublin. Gets it into Payne. Payne trapped in the corner. Gets it out to Berger. Berger works baseline. And Coach Williams of the Dublin Fighting Irish calls a full timeout. 6:47 left in the game. 48-40. Dublin up over the Seminoles. Dublin set to inbound the ball under their own basket. 6:47 left in the fourth quarter. 8-point game, 48-40 the score. Brown gets it in to Floyd. Cross court, that's Payne. Back to Floyd, now Berger on the wing. Berger with the ball. Bow Payne on the wing. Berger. Long pass to Wes Brown, down low. Gets a shot blocked by McCoy. Out of bounds, last touch by Mobley. .608 left in the fourth quarter. 8 points, 48-40. Dublin up over the Seminoles. That's Clark. Stacey Clark working into the lane. Dumps it down to McCoy. McCoy off glass, no good. Gets his rebound, no good. Put back. They're fighting for it down low. Guerra comes up with it. Guerra in the paint, dumps it. Down to Terry. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Mobley. Austin Samuel to inbound as Terrell Phillips comes back in for the Fighting Irish. Guerra with the ball in the paint. He's fouled on the way up. No good. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul on Berger, his second. 5:41 left here at Jones County. Guerra set for his first free throw. It's up and rattles home. 9 for Jamal. Cuts the lead to 7. Guerra set for his second of 2. Now lead at 6 as Jamal puts his 10th point on the board. Full court pressure now by the Seminoles. They get it in to Payne. Now to Phillips, back to Payne. Payne gets it to Berger. Berger gets it across to Brown. Brown gets it picked off by McCoy. McCoy pushing it himself. Gets it over to Austin Samuel. Samuel goes baseline and is called for the charge. That's Austin's first foul. Again, Salem, full court pressure. They get it into Payne. Guerra knocks it away. Six-point lead, 48-42 for Dublin as they inbound the ball on the far end of the court from their basket. They get it into Phillips. Phillips to Brown. Brown pushing. Looks for Floyd, loses the handle. Seminole ball, 5:14. Hinkins back in for the Fighting Irish. Clark with the ball. Cross to Jamal Guerra across half court. Down to McCoy. Foul there on Floyd. That's his third. That'll send McCoy to the line for 1 and 1. (48-42), 5:06 left in the game. Marcus McCoy to the line for 1 and 1. The first is up. No good. Rebound comes down to Floyd. Out to Hinkins. They got Payne wide open. Jumper. Good. Corey Payne with 2 dozen tonight. Stacey Clark with the ball. Gets it to Guerra. Down to Austin Samuel. He'll shoot a 3. No good. Gets his rebound. Goes up. Off glass. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Fouls on Hinkins, his third. It's a team 10th. Samuel was shooting, so he'll go to the line for 2. 4:45 left. 8-point game, 50-42. Dublin up. Austin's first is good. 7-point game now. Austin's second. No good. Rebound comes down to Floyd. Floyd looking for someone to get it to. Gets it to Payne. Payne covered by Stacey Clark. And floats one in. 26 tonight for Jacory. Guerra gets it to McCoy. McCoy, turnaround jumper off glass. No good. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Seminoles. Hinkins set to inbound for the Fighting Irish. Austin Samuel there to guard it. Full court pressure once again by the Noles. Deep pass down to Phillips. That's Payne with the ball, covered by Stacey Clark. Looked and get it in. Shots blocked by McCoy. The late foul call. That's his third. That'll send Terrell Phillips to the line for 2. 9-point game, 52-43. Phillips with the ball, getting ready for his first of 2. Shots up. Rolls out. Dedrick Turner back in for Stacey Clark. Phillips set for a second or two. Shots up. This one rolls in. 10 for him tonight. Jamal Guerra with the ball. Gets it over to Austin Samuel down in the corner. That's Terry Salter. Salter shot off glass, no good. Rebound. Overthrown outlet pass. It'll be Seminole ball. Guerra to inbound. Gets it into Austin Samuel. Austin back to Jamal. 10-point game now, 43-53. Dublin up. Guerra straight to the lane, no good. McCoy, rebound, put back. Good. 9 for Marcus. They get it into Floyd. Floyd back to Hinkins. Hinkins finds Payne. Payne, pull-up jumper at the free throw line, no good. Rebound comes down to Phillips, who gets a shot blocked by McCoy. Stolen by Hinkins. Payne pulls back, sets up his offense. Now Hinkins in the wing. Back door. Now to Phillips. Out to Berger. Now Hinkins. In the corner, that's Hinkins who's called for the travel. 3:18 left. 8-point ball game, 45-53. Dublin up over the Seminoles. Guerra brings it up. Floats it to Dedrick Turner. Turner covered by Berger. Into the paint, shot, rolls it in, Dedrick Turner. 16 for him. Payne with the ball. Gets it across half court, loses the handle, Dedrick Turner with it. Turner gonna drive on Hinkins, fouled. Shot no good, he'll go to the line for 2. That's Hinkins' 4th foul. 2:51 left in the 4th. 6-point game as Dedrick Turner goes to the line. Turner's first is up and no good. Stacey Clark comes in, replacing Austin Samuel. Turner second. No good. Gets his own rebound. Stacey Clark and Dedrick Turner fight for the ball. Clark gets it. Now Turner, top of the key. Down in the corner, that's Jamal Guerra, goes baseline. Up under, no good, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Phillips. It'll be Seminole ball under their own basket. McCoy. Guerra. Dumps it down to Terry Salter. Salter goes baseline. Shot, no good. He's fouled. Terry will go to the line for 2. Fouls on Floyd, his 4th. Salter's first is up and no good. Salter's second is up and no good. Dedrick Turner gets the rebound. Goes up for the shot, and he is fouled. And that's on Floyd. That's his 5th. Brown will come in to replace Floyd. They call that actually on Phillips. That's his 5th. Floyd has 4 as well. Dedrick Turner to the line for 2. 6-point game, 53-47 Dublin. Turner's first, no good. .221 left. Turner's second rattles out. Touched out of bounds. Last touch by Dublin. Guerra to inbound the ball for the Seminoles. Baseball pass back to Dedrick Turner in the backcourt. Out to Clark. Clark back to Turner, top of the key. Dedrick Turner from way downtown. Good. 19 for him. Makes it a 3-point game now. Back to Brown. Brown has it stolen by Stacy Clark. Clark falls. Out of touched up. Berger catches it. Berger gets it to Floyd. Floyd can't keep a handle on it. Brown at the top sets up the offense. And Coach Williams calls a timeout for Dublin. 1:48 left, 3-point ball game, 53-50 here at Jones County. Dublin set to inbound the ball. They're up by 3, 53-50. Inbounding the ball near side of the court. That's Payne with it, covered by Guerra. Over to Brown. Back to Hinkins. Hinkins out to Payne. Payne gets it over to Brown. Hinkins, far corner. Back to Brown. Into the paint. That's Floyd who gets fouled by McCoy. That's Marcus's fourth. That'll send Floyd to the line for 2. 3-point game, 53-50. 84 seconds left. Dublin up. Saquon Floyd at the line for 2. First is up and good. Austin Samuel coming in for Stacy Clark. Floyd to the line for a second of 2. 4-point lead now. Shots up and good. 4 points for him tonight, all from the charity stripe. Turner brings the ball up for the Noles. Into the paint. Layup off glass, good. 21 for Dedrick tonight. Cross-court pass to Hinkins, breaks the press. Berger with the ball, gets it over to Brown. Brown working down low to Floyd, off glass. Count the basket. Austin Samuel called for the foul, his second. It's Floyd's first field goal of the night. Five-point lead now. It's up and rattles in. Guerra, 6-point lead now. Ball knocked away. Austin there to pick it up. Down low to McCoy. McCoy back to Terry Salter. No good. Rebound comes down to Payne. Payne gets it to Berger. Back to Payne. Back door to Floyd. Floyd off glass. Good. 8-point lead, 30 seconds. Turner floats one in. And Coach Harrell calls a timeout. With 26.2 seconds left, 6-point game, 60-54. Dublin up over the Seminoles. Dublin to inbound under the Salem basket. 26.2 seconds left, 6-point game, 60-54. And turnover by Payne. Austin Samuel set to inbound. Gets it to Jamal Guerre. Guerre driving the paint. Floater, no good. Rebound comes down to Floyd. Foul called from behind the play. Jamal Guerre called for his third. That'll send Floyd to the line for 2. Floyd getting ready for his first of 2. His team up by 6. He makes it 7. And 8. Floyd with 11 points on the night. Dedrick Turner drives it up the sideline. He loses the handle. 13.9 seconds left. Jamal Guerre knocks away the inbound pass. Payne with the ball. Foul by Guerre. He'll go to the line for 2. 11 seconds left. 62-54 the score. The Fighting Irish up over the Seminoles. Payne to the line for 2. Payne's first is up and good. He's got 27 tonight. McCoy brings down the rebound. 10 seconds to go. 9-point lead. McCoy rolls one in. He's got 11 on the night, and that's how it ends. 63-56, Dublin takes the win. The Seminoles will play tomorrow at 5:30 against the loser of the next game. We'll see you then on the GHSA.TV network.